Looks better in the camera than it does.
Just a little bit of there. I got the toys. Okay. Toys are over.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, in about 4 minutes, we are going to slow down the train. The reason for this is we're going to be coming up to our next point of interest and a photo opportunity. And this is called Hell's Gate. Now, Hell's Gate is the narrowest part of the Fraser River. It's only 34 meters wide or 110 feet. The water funnels through here 700 million gallons per minute. That's actually twice the volume of Niagara Falls, if you can believe it. Now, I want you to also keep in mind the height of the Fraser here in Hell's Gate can vary as much as 80 feet. The water levels are quite low right now, so it's not as treacherous as it normally looks, but you'll get a good sense of it. You probably wouldn't want to be traveling through here on a boat, let's say. Or if you were a salmon going upstream to get to your spawning grounds, that might prove to be a bit difficult. So here we go, we're just going to be slowing it down here, and on the right-hand side, you can see there's a pedestrian bridge that you can take to walk across. So here's our first opening. We'll get a couple of more as we get a little bit closer. Now the way that there's some extra room up here, ladies and gentlemen. I've got room for about 4 more people if you wanted to make your way up. Sir. Now I've got room for 3 more people.
Yeah.
2 more people. Any takers? Anyway, there's room up at the front. So the way you get to Hell's Gate is you drive on the Trans-Canada Highway. The Trans-Canada Highway is way above us on the right-hand side, on the other side of the canyon. And so you drive in, you make your way to the gondola. A Swiss-built gondola descends down 500 feet. And then once you take that gondola down, you can go across that pedestrian bridge over to the other side of the canyon. You can spend some time learning about how they dug for placer gold here in 1858. You can learn all about the salmon run that takes place here up along the Fraser and the Thompson River. And you can also grab your fish and chips or a Hell's Gate lager. They've got a nice salmon chowder, and they've got a fudge factory located here at Hell's Gate as well. Here's going to be another opening right here after this set of trees and this pool.
So we must come down here.
Right here. Now look at the water, how it gushes through here. I'm just going to point out these concrete structures with the metal grates on top, and they're called fishways or fish ladders. I'm going to tell you a little bit about those in just a moment. We'll get one more quick viewing of Hell's Gate just after this trees. Now I want you to look, there's a white sign with red writing underneath the bridge. That is actually the high water mark in 1948. So here's your last clearing right here. Last one. There's the sign, 1948. Look how high the water can get. It's crazy. Now back in June, we had very high water here. In fact, a lot of the Fraser Valley and a lot of people that lived along the Fraser were all on a flood alert. And I inquired to see what the water levels were doing here at Hell's Gate. The water levels at that point were 180 feet deep. So it's a huge deep basin here at Hell's Gate. Now, Hell's Gate, the name is derived, just have a look up here on the right-hand side. You can see where you catch the gondola way up there, descends down pretty steep, down 500 feet. Found some pathways that they could make their way along, and when those weren't in existence, they also had to, I can't even imagine this harrowing journey they would have to take along the sides of the canyon. They found these narrow wooden planks that were attached to the side of the canyon with ring bolts and ropes, and they would have to carefully crawl along the sides of the canyon to find those trails that were cut out by the First Nations. Now, Simon Fraser was deathly afraid of heights. So he was quoted in his journal, "For surely we have entered into the gates of hell." And that's how Hell's Gate did, in fact, get its name.
Should I take this out of the way?
Back front. I get my shirt. One, two, three, four, five. I'm always after that elusive tunnel. One, two, I'm always after that elusive tunnel.
So basically what happens when glaciers recede, it grinds the earth beneath the glacier, and water that it melts will take this very fine ground rock and wash it into streams and rivers. Now this glacial till is so light that it stays suspended within the water itself, and so the more what we call rock flour present in the water, the grayer the color of the river. So this one, still has a little bit of rock flour, so it's still getting melt water from the glaciers. However, not as much that it causes it to go a very gray color.